think I need to clear my glasses. Okay, I hope you're all doing well. We had our first snow at 12:12 today. Woohoo! So I was very excited when I saw the snow and I looked at the clock and it was 12:12. It was like, oh my gosh, this is no coincidence. This is just pure magic what's going on. Yeah, well, I'm done with my liver cleanse. It was pretty intense this time, pretty intense. Yesterday, and yeah, it was yesterday I was finished at 12 o'clock, and I thought about 3 o'clock, well, let's do something, let's go into town and let's make my aqua spray, my aura spray. And I was like, wow, my body was in such a resistance. And I was like, oh my gosh, my body was really going through a lot. Well, my mind was still clear and wanted to do things, but my body released a lot. So yeah, I was like, wow, it was pretty intense to recognize that after a week just water fasting with apple juice, that this could be so intense. It was more intense than the first 2 cleanses I did, and that's probably because I didn't have a lot to release yet. So I'm going to do another one in January. I'm going to do it with the Zen enzyme. So let's see how that will work out for my body. But I thought, wow, I underestimated myself. And now I'm doing the reading and I still feel, you know, that there is almost no energy in my body. And I did a really beautiful blueberry smoothie this morning with coconut milk, and it was so good. And I warmed it up, and it was like, wow, that was such a treat. That was such a treat. So I'm not done yet with the cleansing, and I recognize that there is a pattern in it, that most of the time I do the cleansing in January, February, and now I had to do it before this portal. So I think it should give a huge change in my system and a boost in my system to move forward towards next year. Okay, let's see what's in the masculine's mind space. One card for the masculine's mind space. Wow, stepping stones. Oh, that's so beautiful. Stepping stones for the divine masculine. Take the next step. Let go of the old paradigm. So all the steps you took towards the divine feminine had results. So now you're ready for the next step, for the divine masculine making the next step, and let go of the old paradigm. So it could be that, you know, there will be an interaction with the divine feminine that is leading and it's a lot of water right here, leading to a more emotional and deeper understanding of their relationship, I hear. Deeper understanding of each other, where they're coming from. This is a Spirit says this is what needed to come out in the open and to able to move forward. So there are little steps being made towards, he made little steps forward and opening up his petals and coming towards the divine feminine. And now the next step is to let go of the old, what was, and what's in your mind, exactly what's in your mind. Let go of it. Let go of the doubt. Let go of everything that is distorted and is the illusion in your mind that will provide to make this step forward, that withhold you to make this step forward. Because everything what you both have in this relationship is what you can provide for each other. It's already there, there I see there's light on the end of the road, and the feminine is able to receive, and the feminine is able to open up also, I hear. Okay. It could be there were doubts in your mind. Towards the divine feminine. Not in your heart space, in your mind space. Because your heart already knows. That's what I hear. Okay, what is the divine masculine's heart space? What's in the divine masculine's heart space? Oh, wow. Arise. Arise. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Know and flow as the love that you are. You're full of bliss. And that's what the divine feminine sees. That's what the divine feminine acknowledges in you and respect about you. That you go in your own flow. That you go in your own rising. That you go in your own, on your own path. And she knows that this path is going to be towards her. Towards and serving the Great Mother. That's what I hear. Serving the Great Mother. And it could be that you will serve the Great Mother together. Arise from the emotions, from the depth of the emotions. And remember, oh my gosh. Remember Lemuria. So you let go of the old paradigm, you go in a higher state of abundance, a higher state of awareness, where is more love, more bliss, more knowingness. But you are in this eternal knowing of flow, of love and bliss. And you're meeting your divine feminine there. And that's the beauty of it all. You're meeting her there in that flow of love and bliss. I hear be free. Be who you are. Don't change yourself. Because that's why the divine feminine loves you. So that's so beautiful. Rise out of the depth, like the dolphins. and moving ahead towards the sun and towards the golden rays of the light. And I also feel that this card has all to do with Lemuria timeline. You're already on that timeline, and you already know this, that you are on this timeline. Okay? So arise out of the I hear arise out of the darkness. Arise out of the old paradigm. Is there anything else I need to know for Divine Masculine's heart space? There's everlasting love for the Divine Feminine. That's what I hear. There is everlasting love for the Divine Feminine. And he's stepping up to a higher level. You know, and then meeting his Divine Feminine there. Beautiful. Beautiful. How is the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine Feminine? How is the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine... Wow, wait guys. How is the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine Feminine? Forgiveness. That she forgave the Divine Masculine, that she sees the bigger picture, that she starts to trust and starts to heal. So the forgiveness, what she gives towards the Divine Masculine, is healing her, but also starting to trust the Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine had a whole journey of just trusting Spirit. Because there was so much hurt, there was so much pain, there was so much betrayal, there were so much lies. And she forgave the whole patriarchy and the hierarchy of the masculine for so many years. That's why she can work with the Divine Masculine. That's why there is trust coming back, but the trust is all coming back in herself. The trust is from herself, deep within herself, and she did her healing work. So before, she needed to guard herself, and starting to know the Divine Masculine, to be able to open up. And that's what's happening now. That's what the Divine Masculine sees, that she's able to forgive herself, able to forgive the Divine Masculine, able to let go of everything and rise like the Divine Masculine higher in the frequency to the golden sun. And forgiving herself for I hear forgiving herself for the things that she needed to own up to. So that's really, really beautiful. She owned up many months ago and took the responsibility, but now she sees that the Divine Masculine sees that she's forgiving, that she's loving, and that she is in that energy that fulfills her needs, her love, her healing, and her progress. So she doesn't search outside of herself for the Divine Masculine to heal her anymore. she is going within and doing the forgiveness towards the divine masculine within herself, and forgive the masculine without herself, outside of herself. And that's what the divine masculine sees. So it's very hard to get the divine feminine out of her energy, out of that energy of or triggering her, because she knows that the things that being done towards the divine feminine comes out of the hurt of the divine masculine. So she is not in that space that she's not able to forgive the divine masculine. She did it a long time ago, forgiving the divine masculine, and blessed him, because that's what's needed for his healing. Okay? So let's see what's in the divine feminine's mind space. So that's really beautiful that because she sees the bigger picture, and that's what the divine masculine sees in her. You know, divine masculine says, yeah, I see that you see the bigger picture, and that it's just not personal, but that it's old lifetimes, old paradigms, and old karma that is being cleared out. So she don't have to take it personal. Wow. In the divine feminine's mind space, she sees the twin flames as ether and matter. Spiritual and matter, new life, shamanic balance, and belonging in the light. Wow. So she knows that they both belong in the light. She knows that maybe he is the matter, she is the spirit, and that they both belong together in that space. There is balance, there is shamanism, they sparkle, and they know that they are this force of light when they are together, because there is this huge power releasing when they are in this space, and divine feminine knows this in her mind space, and it's unconditional, because they have the double helix together. That energy is infinite, so they know both, and she knows that they are both infinite. Oh, I'm starting to release, oh my gosh. So she knows that if I start to let go, that's better than release. Otherwise, we're releasing a contract, right? So, yeah, the double helix is there. It's infinite. There is no beginning, there is no end. Beautiful. She knows and remembers, because it's the Lemurian timeline they're in. Okay. In the heart space of the divine feminine, earth angel, kindness, sensitivity, and strength. Heighten higher perspective, perspective and divine alignments. So this is what is in the divine feminine's heart space. She's an earth angel. She takes care of the earth. She balances everything out, makes sure everything is in alignment. That her kindness is not a weakness. Her kindness is her strength. You know, and there is her sensitivity is also her strength. And she makes sure that her sensitivity is protected by her strength. And that's what's going on in the heart space, because she knows that she can't be hurt anymore like in the old paradigm. And that's bringing her to a higher perspective, to see everything from a different view, and a feeling in her heart that there is strength within that can protect her sensitivity. And she has divine island, divine abilities, and she knows that those abilities are able to keep her in that space, you know. And sometimes she goes beyond what everything is be placed, beyond labels, beyond the normal, beyond what should be, what is controlled and directed towards us. She is way above that. She can walk the earth, bring her light, bring her kindness and her love without being affected by it. But her strength will always be there to guide her and to protect her from other energies that are trying to get that energy disturbed. So she knows what to do. She knows what to do. And she will see everything through the eyes of love. Beautiful. How sees the divine feminine the divine masculine? How does it see the divine feminine, divine masculine? Wow. Dove of peace. He's the dove of peace. He holds space for peace. He stays in the heart. All is well and all be at peace. That's what is the most necessary for the divine masculine. Be at peace with himself. Be at peace and in alignment with his heart space. Be at peace and in alignment with all around him. So, like divine feminine, it's not able to get him out of his energy anymore. He is in alignment and in his heart space. And then he knows all is well. When I stay in my heart space, he knows all is well. You know, even if divine masculine and divine feminine are separated, you know, there is not a lot of contact, or there is no communication, or, you know, they know all is well. Both of them, they know, because they're both aligned with that heart space. Okay? That's beautiful. I hear sing, make music, play, create. And create the things that you want to do. That's beautiful, because I see that the stepping stones for the divine masculine is making the steps towards the divine feminine, to be able to come in that sacred union. And that sacred union that happens in the light, that can only happen in light and love. Understanding, I hear. Okay. What will support the divine masculine? What will support the divine masculine? Observe. Divine masculine says observe. That will the loving eye see all. It's equanimity. See the truth. And when you observe, most of the time you take a step back. And that's what exactly divine feminine did when she encountered the divine masculine. She stepped back and she observed. And observing about, is it consistent? And then more consistent what in your actions. Are you consistent in your actions? So that's how the divine feminine needed to know for herself if what's being said is the right action on it, okay? And now the divine masculine is doing exactly the same. He is observing, what is the divine feminine doing? And he sees it with a loving eye. He just is just in love, for the divine feminine. And he sees it all. He sees the truth. And when he sees the truth, then I see here, because it's under the stepping stones, he will make steps forward. He will make those steps forward. That's beautiful. So when you're on your journey with the twin flame, there is always a time of being together, but that being together is so intense. There's so much power, there's so much love there, that it could be, you need time in your field to adjust it. So that's why the matter and the earth is, the ether and the matter is it's called ether and matter, is that all these energies need to ground. All these energies need to have grounding, because sometimes it's just too overwhelming and too intense. And then you have to step back a bit, and let it all breathe and go. So how does the divine masculine sees the relationship with the divine feminine? I hear he has so much wisdom, he's so much knowledge. so much love in his heart, I hear. How does he see the relationship with the Divine Feminine? As a sacred mountain. As a vision quest. Clarity and truth. Shambhala energy and deep healing. So that's what's happening when he is coming together with his Divine Feminine. They're both, and I think then when they're in that relation, they're both on this vision quest. They're both have clarity and truth where they're standing. And there will be a deep healing going on. A deep healing for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, because the journey, it's a long, long journey. And it's not a straight journey, you know. Sometimes you go off track. And sometimes you have to follow the path again. And sometimes you need to be on loan. And sometimes you have to go on a vision quest for yourself. You know, and to see, you know, a mountain, you don't climb a mountain in one go. You do it step by step. And sometimes you need a pause. Sometimes you need a break. You need to sit down, have food, have a night over to stay, rejuvenate, and then you move on towards where you want to go, And when the Divine Masculine is in that relationship with the Divine Feminine, he knows everything will be healed from the past experience that he had with other feminine, and he knows this. He knows that this is the way he should go. He knows that this is the way he should go. What's in the divine, what supports the Divine Feminine? Abundance, fullness of source, enough for all, and being open. This supports the Divine Feminine, being open in her heart space, fullness of source, that source will always filling her system, upgrading her, and there's enough for everyone. So that's what she sees. So she is, that is supporting her, the sharing of what there is, the sharing of what she has, everything will turn out into abundance, and that abundance that she is creating is be shared by everyone. You know, she can share it. There is nothing that she won't share. Because she knows the keys and the secrets of the abundance. How does the Divine Feminine sees the relationship with the Divine Masculine? go beyond cycles. Find the balance in yourself, new directions, releasing the old. Wow. It's the same as the Divine Masculine. It's the same as the Divine Masculine. Go beyond the worlds. Fly above the world. You know, you're not of this world. You're in this world. Don't be all of this world. You know, you're coming from another galaxy. So find the balance in this relationship. And I hear you can only find the balance if you're able to forgive the Divine Masculine, and you're open, you know, open and to hear the truth, you know. That's interesting. I hear sometimes the Divine Masculine needs diversions. Okay. Well, maybe someone out, you know, who's watching will probably recognize this. Remember that those diversions are coming from your mind space. Because the light only, and source only wants to be one with all, be one with the Divine Feminine, be one with the Masculine, be one with all. So if okay, if you're coming from the pure light, then you don't need a religion to say what you need to do. Because every religion has a purpose for itself. Wow. It all has an intention for itself. Wow. Of course. Of course. Yeah, of course. Every religion has an intention for itself. So now I also get the answer why I needed to do this journey on my own. Because Goddess and Source said to me, don't connect yourself with groups, with religions, with wow. Thank you. So that's how the Divine Feminine sees the relationships, that you have to go beyond old paradigm cycles about religion. Let go of all religion, let go of all opinions, let go of everything, and just be that pure light and love. Only in that state you can come together. Wow. Beautiful. So that's what the Divine Feminine sees. What is the universe telling what is the Divine Feminine or Divine Universe saying about this relationship? for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Wow. I'm still startled. Share your flow. Release the control. There is divine will and there's oceanic consciousness in you both. Let go of the control. Let go of what should be in this time and it needs to be tomorrow. Let go of it. Because divine timing, it's like a vision quest, you know, when you're climbing the mountain. It's like a vision quest. Let go of the control, how you want it, how the divine feminine should react, how the divine masculine should react towards your own needs or your own longings or your own desires. Let go of all that. Let go of your desires, let go of the control, let go of everything. Yeah? Because there is divine will in place here. And what I see in this journey, that the divine is just guiding them, you know, to come into that union. Is the divine masculine and divine feminine coming into one, you know? And that's, take the oceanic consciousness of deeper levels. You know, one day there is a storm, and can you be peaceful in that storm? Can you stay still and centered in that storm? If you build each other up in love, harmony, holding space, protection, then everything will be there, you know. There is this just this flow of the waves clashing the water. When the waves clashing the waters, or when the waves are clashing the surface of Mother Earth, they become one. But it's also like when the wave clashes on the earth is not reacting on it. The earth is receiving it and taking it in and transform it and transmute it to give everything water, what is needed to be watered. Wow, where's this coming from? You know, that's, she takes all the water in and transforms it, and she creates life. She creates life when the water is hitting her earth. So she's not pushing back or anything like that. She's just receiving it, receiving what's needed to be received. So that's what the universe says, what the divine masculine and the divine feminine need to know. You know, the divine feminine don't have to do anything. She just has to receive what's coming her way. And in which kind of form it will come towards her, she needs to let go of the control. And that's the same with the divine masculine. You know, the divine masculine is the giving part, is the one that gives shelter, gives security, gives love, understanding, knowledge. So that's all what he gives. And the divine feminine is the only one who can receive it. And what she does with it, that's up to her. That's up to her. You know, she can give it to the creatures that's crawling in the sand, but she also can give it to the land behind her and take all that energy in and transform and give it water to the plants behind her. So that's really beautiful, really beautiful. So go with the flow. Go with that flow. Okay, one card for the Divine Masculine of the cards of light, universal light. Card for the Divine Feminine. Oh my gosh. You don't believe this. They're so similar. They're so, you know, almost in everything. They're so similar. Okay, for the Divine Masculine. Soul tree. You're coming from the light, you're coming from the sun. Your light is shining like a soul, like a tree, feeding the earth with his branches into Mother Earth's womb. And out of that womb, there is this tree growing to the light and receiving its soul. That's where your soul is at. Your soul is at in the middle of the center, between the earth and the heavens, between the earth and the universe. And your soul is filled with love, with light, with golden abundance. And never doubt about that. Never ever doubt about it, that you are in lack. You are always provided for. Provided by Mother Earth, provided by the universe. And let your soul fill up with that light. So you will be anchored like a tree between the heavens and the earth, standing strong, your roots deep, grounded into her womb, so you can shine your light, so you can be who you are, and be in that abundant space that you always are. You are abundance. You know, this is it for the Divine Masculine. Shining your soul light, shining your soul tree. Connecting with all, being with all. For the Divine Masculine, freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So, with the soul tree and your freedom, know that as a relationship is never about being constricted. It's always about freedom. Being free in the relationship. No demands. No control. Just being free. Without labels. Without anything. It's our human mind that wants to make something out of it. That wants to label it as a relationship, or wants to label it as your mind. That gives restrictions. That's an energy of the lower frequencies, because we can't be chained anymore by that energy. We are free spirit, we are free human beings. And our souls needs to be free. Otherwise we will be unhappy. Unhappy in a time and space where we at. We getting depressed. We getting our power taken away. You know? So, or you give your power away. That's also a possibility. That you love someone so much that you give all your power away. And just floating. And not knowing which direction you need to go. But still be chained. And when you go beyond that energy and you're connecting with your soul star, you always know that you're free, that your soul is free to do whatever it wants. Do you want to go? Do you want to stay? Do you want to travel? Do you want to be with the feminine? Don't you want to be with the feminine? Everything is okay. And that's what is the divine masculine feeling. You know, my soul can't be constricted, you know, can't be in this space of asking permission, I hear. Asking permission. For what? We're in a space at the moment that we don't have to ask for permission to be released from the change again, from the karmic burdens. That's where we are. In that space, that's where we are. We don't have to have shackles anymore. We don't have to have change anymore. We just can be free. What you want to do, you can do. Because there is no restriction in this soul star. There is no restriction in that soul star. It's just flow and love. And how you want to give it, how you want to receive it. That's something different. Whoa. Thank you. For the divine feminine. Soul family. She knows that divine masculine is the counterpart of her. It's her soul family. That's where she belongs. Her soul is free. Her soul is roaring and roaming through all kinds of dimensions. And in all the dimensions, she sees all kinds of people on this earth plane that is her soul family, where she connects with, where she has fun with, when she play with, where she can be herself with. And she sees soul family in the divine masculine. She knows in her heart space that is her family. That's where she belongs. Wow. And she shines her light so bright. Can you imagine it when the divine masculine and divine feminine coming together, when they both have that soul energy? It's coming like, you feel also the pressure, you know, it's almost that the light is so big to come together, you know, you feel that pressure building up between them, you know, when it coming together, it is a huge explosion. It's a huge explosion of light, of love, of it can be blinded. That light can be blinded by so many people, you know. So many people can see it. So many people see that light shining, that it will transform. That's so beautiful. For the Divine Feminine, playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. For the Divine Feminine, love is the greatest healer. For the Divine Masculine, freedom. The Divine Masculine needs to have the freedom of the Divine Feminine to be able to do the things he needs to do. And the Divine Feminine just needs to have this playfulness, this laughter, this joy. And it's the greatest healer of all. So she goes in that space. So wow, this was, I'm so warm. It's so cold here, but I'm so warm because of the celestial heat that comes through all the time. This is an amazing reading, guys. And if you want a personal reading from me for your Divine Masculine and where you're heading, which direction, let me know. You know, give each other that freedom. Know that there are steps be made to come closer and closer. Give each other that freedom, give each other that space, because that's what the soul needs. You know, sometimes one soul needs more freedom than the other soul, but never ever let yourself be chained again. You know, that somebody else is pulling on your chains, that you can't move. Let that paradigm go. And in the description box you see my email. You can connect me with on my Facebook account, on Instagram, and I wish you all the best, and really enjoy this journey. You know, there is no time limit on this journey. You know, it can take a few years, it can take a few months, it can take a day. But know that when this pressure is coming together, it needs to have space, you know, to heal, to transform, and to move back together again. Okay? And see you all the time. See you, and next time. All the blessings, all the love. Namaste.